Let me stick it on my head, and then I'll stick that over the top. So it doesn't make it obvious. I'm just checking the mirror, make sure it's right. Hey guys, how's it going? Let me get a little preview there. Oh, a photo. Quick cheapy chappy. Right, let's show you what we do at this yard. So we've already checked the brake. This, what I'm doing under here that you probably can't see, is the clip. Make sure the kingpin's in. Then we come around. Prepare the steps. Make sure we're all good. Yeah, just as I thought, it's tight, so we're going to lift up the suspension. What we're doing here is what we've been practicing, which is black. So brake, legs, air, clip and kingpin, and then plate, front or back of whichever order you do it in. For me, when you put them on, twist it as well, if you can see that, just stops them from pinging out, and keep your legs away from all that area because it's bloody greasy. So first thing to do before to raise my legs is start the engine maybe. See, it works on the yard, but as soon as you're under a trailer, it don't work. So self level. And then lift it up. Oh, I need my mid lift down as well. That's my mid lift down. That's my mid lift down, yeah. And then you come to here, centre, and it don't raise. Nope, does not raise under load. Come on. So you have to go to the right first and then up to raise it off the ground. There you go, so that's raising that up the ground. So let's go and check. Yeah, so that's completely off the ground. So easy once you know how. Everything's easy when you know how. Put the steps back in, by the way. It would help dearly. Wind your legs in. Now apparently this leg, for each turn, full turn, that Vosa can do is a fine. So we turn it from full, back half lock and put it in, and then we can check to see if our curtain is intact. Check there's no bodies inside, nobody trying to hitchhike a free lift up the A50. Tighten that, put that down to the curtain over the top of it, and then them lines don't get caught over there. And then we can fasten up. Always do one side, that's all knackered. And then check that side's all good. And then we can actually start from this side, if we like. You just make sure there we go, 100% battery. So put you in a position I think might be okay. See how long I can wear this on my helmet for, on my head. And chuck all the batteries back in there. So yeah, the only reason I can do this today is because I'm on a short shift. I'm having a change tomorrow, a different shift. Get some munchies on the go, nice bit of fruit, and not forgetting a nice bit of choco, Mr. Chocolate. Right, looks like we're ready. Have a quick drink. Nice little cool device thingy, by the way, and the driving malarkey. Miles per hour and David Parker, my name, and tacho information, so you can actually have a look at your dash instead of anything else. I'm not sure why that light is still on though, to be fair. Hopefully it self levels it, but we'll give it a go, we'll see what happens. For now, the gates are closed and it's time for us to go. Right, there's a truck behind me there actually, so just to be on the safe side then, I was just making sure that truck wasn't going to block them gates off, because I've got to tip this once I've finished at the hub. Hopefully the camera's okay for you all guys, by the way. Yeah, so welcome to my channel, everybody, boys, girls, and my lovely children who will love to watch this video. So a big hello to you guys, Lexi, Enzo, and Didi. So this is what Daddy gets up to. This is a little special clip, this is. I might not put this in a YouTube video, so let's see how it works. So this basically is my view. Some runners running around the industrial estate. So yeah, we've got the old trusty mobile phone with an app for the TomTom RAN, I think it is. I think TomTom uses it, to be fair, or compiles it. But basically it's truckload. Now so far I'm gonna have to give it probably about I'd say between a 4 and a 7. And the only reason I can say a 4 and a 7 is because at first when I started using it, I would have to give it a 4. Now I'd have to give it a 7 because I've started to figure out how to use it properly. So there's a possibility I was just using it a bit wrong. But there are some crazy parts to it that I'm really not happy with. So it's definitely not up there in the top 8, 9, 10s. That's definitely going to have to be the GoPro themselves, which I'll be looking into. But that's probably going to be in a different video compared to what I'm doing for you guys today. So we're on the way to Leicester, and just to give you guys a little bit of information of what's been going on. So in the last video you would have seen I passed the HGV test, the class 1, with no minors as well, which is quite surprising. Apparently somebody that doesn't have experience in the class 1. Oh, I can see blue lights coming up behind me here somewhere. Just have to keep an eye on them. Might be the other side of the road. No, they're definitely coming down this way. Hopefully we bugger off out of the way and give them plenty of room. Ambulance, I think that is. Before it's, yeah, it's right behind me. So before I turn, I'm just going to give it plenty of space, let it fully overtake me. So yeah, just by giving way to these important workers out there, going out to save lives. You never know, it could be one of your family's lives, so it's just easy to keep out of the way, really. Doesn't slow me down a great deal, and I'd certainly be appreciative if it was somebody going to help somebody that was in need, regardless of who it is. Oh, another one. Oh, that's a police officer, that one. Police car. Well, saying police officer, you never know who's the driver, especially this day and age. Could be somebody that's could be somebody that's robbed it. So I'm just going through a tight town at the moment. I think this is Stone, isn't it? So I'm just pinching the left hand side of the lane going around these corners to stop people from undertaking me, because I need to go really wide going around corners like that. It's a bit crap, really. I'm not sure if you can see it in the mirror, but I'm sitting in the center position here that I'm going right over. So basically I'm taking both lanes just to stop anybody overtaking or undertaking, just to keep everybody safe. Not everybody realises that truck drivers drive in the middle of the road, not because they're pissed up or hung over, but because they swing out of the trailer. So if you do see a truck, it's always worthwhile trying to keep back as much as you can, and it just gives us and them a little bit more room for errors. People and their indicators, nightmares, man. There's a nice clear the old throat there. There's a nice yeah, McDonald's conveniently placed on this road. The problem is there's nowhere for truckers to pull up, and I just think that that location, with it being in New Tachograph as well, I think that you've got JCB down the road, both areas, and you've got the short town just up the way. I think it would be a good idea to have a bit of a truck stop over there, just so you can literally park your truck up, walk over to the McDonald's and get yourself a bite to eat or a good old coffee to keep you going on your travels. I'm sure all the experts there have already mastered it, thought about it, or suggested it, but that's my suggestion as well. So great minds think alike. So I've got a little bit of a little bit more light. I wouldn't say bubble in the throat, bubble in the throat. I know you don't need an indicator for that one, but I just chucked it on anyway. So tough. If you didn't like it, go and smash your space bar up. So since the last couple of weeks of truck driving, first of all, how am I finding it? While I would pretty much say I prefer to do this, especially in Mr. Iveco that's coming over to me next, I definitely prefer to do this as a full-time job than I would sticking to my business that I have at the moment. Ooh, a bit windy there, fella. Even though it's a bit crazy at the night time at the moment with switching shifts and dealing with things that I don't really want to have to deal with of working night, I want to get on to day shifts and doing days. But the most important part at the moment is these guys have given me the chance to prove myself, and that's what I'm doing. You know, I've got no sort of, you know, fear anymore. I'm glad that I've been chucked in at the deep end, because that's my kind of learning style. Learn for yourself more than other people teach you. You can teach me textbook until you're blue in the face, and I still might not get it until I come to experience it. But learning things for myself, I learn a lot better, and it's pretty much on my doorstep. However, although it's boring, trunking work, going from depot to yard to depot to different yard to depot to different yard, it's the same bloody yards and the same bloody depots. So for me, it's not really exciting. I want to be out and about, ideally in the daytime, the daylight hours. I want to actually be able to use my polarized Tommy Hilfiger sunglasses, and at the same time absorb a little bit more natural vitamin D. Taking a nice little 45 in the sunshine is my cup of tea. And because obviously it's the daytime as well, during the breaks I can also give a little chin wag to the kids on a video call rather than being asleep in the daytime when they need my attention. You got to find the balance between them, and the kids keep getting fed up of daddy working, and they keep constantly saying, daddy, 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 do you have to go work? We want to spend time with you. Well, the thing is, yes, I do need to earn money, but not as much as I need to give them love and attention. So I am going to be looking at all their options. As of tomorrow though, the beneficial news, I start at 3 o'clock PM, so 1,500 hours for you US buddies and army amazing people. Anybody that is in any kind of military of any sort. No, the armed forces, that's the word I was looking for. Yeah, so 3 PM start, and then let's say we did up to a 12-hour shift. I'm going to be finishing about 2-3 o'clock in the morning. So that's probably my worst case scenario. That's the best I'm willing to do. So 3 o'clock in the morning, 2-3 o'clock in the morning. It's usually when I finish go sleep anyway. So kind of used to that. And then obviously I can have a few hours sleep. So even if you say I had, you know, between 6 and 8 hours sleep in the morning, I'm still up before dinner time. So come 9 o'clock, if finish at say 2, bed for 3, 9, 10, 11 o'clock at the latest, I'm going to be up and out on a mission, getting a few things done in the day. It sort of gives me like 3 hours a day to get things done, doesn't it? So that's more reasonable hours. And then obviously the earlier I finish, the better. And on a Monday it starts at 1 o'clock, so even more better. Friday, I'm not quite sure what the Friday regime is yet. But yeah, at the rate of pay at the moment, Not sure whether I should say the rate of pay at the moment, but it's these rates of these hours, it's not a bad wage at all. In fact, it turns out to be I'm doing fixed hours on this, and the wages I'm able to take home after tax, if it stays to this all year, would be more beneficial, more profitable for my income than it would be to work and continue to be self-employed as an engineer, refrigeration engineer to be precise. And the amount of trouble and crap craziness that I'm dealing with is just too much. So realistically, I think less stress. I don't know if I've got this camera angle right or not. I need a toilet so bloody badly. Do 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 da dee da da dee. So this is the depot. This is leaving the depot. This is the part where you usually pick up a trailer to leave the depot. So they don't know I'm recording, and any discrepancies, I'm just going to drop the camera and put it back on my head after. Thank you, pal. So you can see here, I'll just turn them annoying. It's nice and bright, that section of the yard today. They must have put an extra light on for me. So as you can see here, this is where they all queue up for getting in, just to make it nice and easy, accessible. And we are dropped, that's called a live load. So we've dropped the content off at the yard using the same trailer. We are now on our way back to the yard at Stone, and then I've just literally for tonight, because tomorrow I'm on at 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock start, so they know I understand, well, they understand and now know that I really do not want or am unable to work nights safely. So as a bit of a bonus, yeah, start 3 o'clock tomorrow, and tonight I should be back done and dusted probably by around about 12. So if we look, what time are we on now? We've got an hour and 11 minutes back to the yard, assuming there's no delays. I haven't been able to take a 15-minute break yet. I could have while I was sitting at the yard just, but clumsy me, I forgot to put it on a brake. So as you can see, I've already gone over the brake allowance like a plonker. So I'm probably going to pull up somewhere. I really need a pee, so I am probably going to have to pull up somewhere and empty my bladder. At the same time, just to be on the safe side, in case there's any delays on the way, I don't want to go over the 6 hours without taking a 15-minute break. So I'm going to probably just pull up somewhere I can have a slash and take the 15-minute at the same time, and then I'm covered for the rest of the day, and then have a nice early night, if that's even possible. Depends on how tired I get. Usually I get really tired about 2-3 o'clock in the morning anyway, and I'm out like a light. But on the other side of things, as for days, I struggle getting up in the morning, but I have noticed it doesn't take me too much longer to get in the regime of taking an early night, or you know, doing the first day with not a great deal of sleep if I can't sleep too easy. But then once I'm up and about the next morning, by the time I finish the shift, I'm usually tired enough. So the tiredness sort of kicks in for the second part of the day. So realistically, it just sets me up ready for the next shift. Nice decent early night sleep, 6-7 o'clock in the evening, sort of same time as the kids. Get up, go to work, and then it just works out nice and easy for me. So I don't like mornings as a rule, getting up, but I can get up, I can do mornings, and I certainly am not afraid of work. But for nights, I'm definitely convinced that my body is not going to be safe to do nights long term. Don't mind the odd few days, maximum probably a week here and there throughout of a year. Put the window up so you can hear me a bit better. So back to the taco section before I carry on with my call. So at the moment, I've got a plan out where to stop for a pee and be able to stop there legally and sensibly, suitably, whatever you want to call it, for a full 15 minutes. Well, let's say 16 minutes, because that's obviously what we're doing to count that last minute. Tip I've learnt off many truckers lately. But failing being able to stop could run me into my hours. Now it is currently 1 hour and 9 minutes on the sat nav, as you can probably see there if the camera. I'm not sure if I've got it on widescreen or linear at the moment, to be fair. I'll have to take it off my forehead and check it in the near future. But in regards to this taco currently, I'm now just working out, it's 10 to 10. Let's suggest it was 10 o'clock, and then let's say, for easy maths, it's an hour drive home, or back to this yard. That would take me up to the 11 o'clock, wouldn't it? So then from 11 o'clock, by the time I've undone the trailer and closed the yard up, gone in, closed the yard up, that could take another 20 minutes, half an hour. It could take me into 11:30, and then I've got to drive another 27 minutes, I think it is, to the actual yard to drop the trailer off. So I'm not 100% convinced or sure if it's going to work out properly, and I'm going to be cutting it short for time, because if I go over the 5 hours and 59 minutes, what's going to happen then is I'm going to be shooting myself in the foot, because I won't have had the 15-minute break. What are you doing, you some people? Wow. Right then guys, so I've had my 15, well it's actually turned into 19. To say the least, I was just on a phone call. That annoying thingy going out, switching lanes, it's so annoying. So yeah, pretty confident that I suss out the 15 every 6, but it's just the extra whatchamacallit, the little hidden, oh my seat's down as well, what a moron. There you go. Thought I felt like I was sitting in an American truck then, slouched back with a cup of chai with a bottle of bird. That's better. Is that my turn off that's closed? Looks like it. A50 to Stoke. That wagon, once again, nice little delay. You need to wake up folks, you need to wake up. Should be in this lane already. Could have had a car at your right hand side and then go ploughing through them cones. Wouldn't have been good, would it, mister? Looks like I didn't need that one anyway. Sat nav is saying straight on. That's weird. So I thought I need, unless it's actually finally realised that there's delays there and the sat nav's taking me around. Around the Wrekin. It says 59 minutes, so that's promising. Oh, quite a bit of smoke down there. I wonder what's going on down there. Maybe tarmacking, road painting, metal cutting. Interesting. In a truck you do have to keep an eye on this live lane. Any vehicles coming up your inner side, they just don't seem to give a monkey's on your road position. And now I need to come off here in 1 mile and this guy is undertaking me like a douchebag. Just to let you know mate, I need to come off there, so you need to hold back mate. You know, rules of the road, you need to hold back, otherwise you're undertaking me. Are you really going to continue to undertake me? What an absolute moron. Absolute moron. Fucking idiot. Absolute idiot. Now this is why there's road rage with truckers. What part of your HX21ZVO? Well, yeah, the video ended there. Unfortunately, I can't find more footage that I was doing, but hopefully, apart from the bad lighting and the bit of a baffling on about certain things, which I'm probably doing now, I appreciate everybody that's been watching so far, and welcome to my new channel. Anybody that has subscribed lately and been giving me some nice comments as well, I really do appreciate you all. If you do want your name mentioned on the video, to scroll across the bottom of the screen for upcoming videos, feel free to pop your name down there. Just let me know and I'll start interacting a little bit better with other people as well. Hopefully I'm gonna get on to a bit of a mixed kind of driving, more daytime hours, or even if I can't get any daytime hours, hopefully we'll get some earlier starts lately, because I've been driving the Class 1 since leaving DHL, as you saw in the last video. Been driving Class 1 ever since, regardless of all the negativity and, oh, you're not going to get driver Class 1 straight away, new driver. Really? Oh, right, okay. Yeah, the following day I walked into another job, did a temporary Class 2 job all day, 12 hours on my own, which was easy. And then Monday I started Class 1 on my own. Been driving ever since, and it's been going smooth so far. A couple of bits and bobs and learning new things, and it's absolutely fantastic. The amount I'm learning now is better. So thank you for anybody that's been supporting me so far. Thank you also for people who are supporting the channel. If you like the content in this video and any other of the videos, don't forget to give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I know the lighting's really bad in this one. There's limited amounts of things that I can do to that, but I will try to improve on things. I am completely new to headcam recording. If you recognise me from other channels, you'll know that I've always had somebody there with a camera. So it's a little bit different for me, but as I say, I appreciate everybody for all the comments as well. Big love to everybody. I am absolutely over the moon with how things are going. If you've got any suggestions, leave them in the comments below. If you've got any opinions, you're more than welcome to keep them to yourself or just tap away on your keyboard. Anyway, I do try to respond to all positive feedback to keep the positivity and good vibes going throughout the HGV industry. It's been an absolute pleasure meeting some folk on the road so far, and to be fair, I've got more help from other truckers coming into this industry with not knowing a certain few bits and bobs, tricks, tips, hints. So I am going to try and share with you as much data and information as I can, but it's not coming from an experienced, it's coming from me to you guys from an experienced person. That doesn't make sense, does it? Basically, other experienced drivers are letting me know, and as I learn, I'll pass the information on to you. That probably sounds a little bit better. So it's coming from good sources, and I'm not telling you that I'm experienced because I've only had my license for about 4 weeks. Just a little over a month, maybe. Something like that, anyway. And I'm trying to find time to do the edits, but they are, it is a vlogging unlike the other YouTube channels I've had in the past. So it's a little bit new, it's a little bit different for me, doing this head camera vlogging, trying to find out lighting and different things, and also just doing it throughout the night as well, starting between 3 and 6 o'clock at the night and working for 12 to 15 hour days. I just never seem to get to see any daylight. But anyway, enough about me baffling on. If you've got any good comments, bad comments, fire them into the section below. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, and if you have already, I do appreciate that. It will help the channel to grow. Give me a thumbs up if you do like it, and don't forget to press the bell icon if you want to get a notification in the up and coming videos. I have already recorded something for the next video, but I missed out on the opportunity to end it, so it is a little bit of the same job but different technique. So if you are looking forward to seeing that, it is coming out soon. Hopefully before next weekend. I'm going to try and do a couple of extra videos throughout. If you aren't already as well following me on Facebook, on the Facebook page, you will get to see a little bit more up-to-date photos as I take them and post them on my Instagram. Both of the links are down in the description, so go and take a look at them, click on, and feel free to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Or if you haven't got neither and you only do YouTube, then yeah, keep your comments coming in here. I'm not sure if there's any way to inbox me or have a chit chat on this. I'm not quite sure, but the guy, one guy in particular, I do want to give him a big shout out. I really appreciate the help and support he's been giving me on his own time. His name is Chris. Don't want to give you too much information just in case he doesn't want to be mentioned, but if you do, let me know. I really do appreciate you, buddy. Massive amounts of help on the working time directive and driving time directive of what to do, information, how it works, how POA works, and so many details of things that you just don't get taught in general when you're out and about. Easier ways to understanding it, how your driving hours get reset, how your working time, direct hours go on pause, and for different settings between POA and brake. I know it might sound all messy and I'm completely new to it, but I think I'm getting it now. But in particular, I'm getting it better through the guy on Facebook called Chris. So massive thank you to you. A massive thank you to all the new subscribers as well to the channel. I really do appreciate that. And if anybody does have any suggestions for new content, or before I decide whether I'm staying here or leaving, you never know, being an agency driver, you're not always guaranteed to be there. They might want you to stay on. I just don't know at this moment in time. So if there is any content in particular that you do want to see whilst I'm currently here, I know you're seeing this video a week later, so by the time I get around to videoing, it's always coming out a week or two after I've done the recordings, just because of how long it's taken me to do the editing at the moment, with working so much and also having kids that you can probably hear in the background. That I am going to give him some attention in a minute, so I'm going to spend a few more minutes going through this and baffle onto you guys, get some uploading and spend some quality time with them that we've missed out on this week just because we're working nights. But money is better, very decent wages, and if you do want to know any more information on what I've discussed already so far, or somebody asked me about the DHL situation, I haven't explained, or they don't understand what I'm going on about. Well, don't understand me myself half the time. So thanks for watching the video. Can't please everybody, but rather than saying it is no good, if you prefer, tell me what you want me to touch base on or what you want me to explain, and I'll do my best. But I have got ADHD, so it is a little bit tricky from going from one thing to another. As you can probably tell when I talk to you, my mind's going everywhere and nothing is sort of like scripted or anything. So it can be quite messy, and I do get a lot of people like, what? What's this guy on about? Yeah, I get it. It's okay. But thanks for watching. Subscribe to this channel. Press the bell icon for the new upcoming videos so you get a notification. Keep the comments coming in, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and stay safe, stay humble, and safe driving. See you soon, guys.